Many thanks, Wallace Kintyre at Nation Center. Now, I mentioned earlier at the top of the show that we are talking about a low-cost housing method that you will be very interested in, 195,000 shillings, and you can get a house. I'm sure you must be wondering how, which is why we're here, so we can explain some of these things to you. Kaushik Shah is now with me. He's the CEO of Mabati Rolling Mills. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Explain to us what low-cost fabricated housing means.
Low, I prefer to use the word affordable.
Affordable is a good word.
But what it involves is the roofing, as we know the roofing, but the structures are already done. These are light gauge metal structures, both for below the roof, and the side structures are, and then you can, for the cladding on the sides, you can use metal roofing. You can also use tiles, you can use stone, you can use whatever product you want to use.
How stable is the foundation for this?
Very stable. What you would need to do is do the concrete foundation at the bottom, and then it's very stable.
Right.
It's very, very stable, yeah.
Talk to us about the costs, because this is what everybody is interested in.
The cost varies with the model that you want to take. With equity, we have gone with a model there are three models. There is a rectangular shape, which is the cheapest of the three. There is a T shape, and there is an L shape, depending on the plot and depending on what kind of house you want to create. And now we are talking of the lower end of the house, a typical rural house. Even it can be in, outside the Nairobi center, and effectively that would be there. But depending on what you use for the roofing, whether you use the normal Dumu Mabati,
yes,
whether you use the colored resin coat Mabati, the side cladding, the cost will vary from actually 120,000 to 195, and slightly more if you wanted to do it more sophisticated.
There's an element of micro mortgaging here, which is a part of your deal with Equity Bank. Explain that to us.
What we have done is we are supplying the product. Equity have looked at this product as a durable product with a life of at least 25 years, and they are actually prepared. They're prepared to fund the house, and what we have arranged with Equity is they will market it through their branches. We will supply the product, we will supply the support in terms of fundis to put it up, equipment for the fundis, and make sure that the house is put up. Yeah, sorry. You
have some sample houses already up in Athi River.
We have already put up sample houses, and at our factory at Athi River,
yes,
people can go and have a look at the options which are available. And those are the basic standard options, but you can plan to do a slightly different structure if you want. We can design. We have software capacity both to design the structure and to design the roofing, and you can then have your choice. And as we go up from the affordable housing going to the middle and up, then of course we have a lot of solutions that we can also give.
Typically, how long does it take to put one of the structures up?
Maximum 5 to 10 days. Maximum 5 to 10 days your house is up actually. So it's one of the biggest advantages of this system, and the whole genesis of us bringing this system was actually to find a solution where when we were doing the IDB settlements, we needed to find a solution where you can put a large number of houses very quickly.
Yes.
And that is where we started looking for products.
For something that's done in 5 to 10 days, everybody will be wondering, how durable is it? Is it something I can have for the next 10, 20, 30 years?
You can have for 25, 30 years, no issue.
25, 30 years?
No issue.
How come?
Because the roofing itself, you use Dumuzas, which is 3 to 4 times the life of normal roofing, which means the roofing itself will last you for 25 to 30 years. The structure that we are given, the ultra spin structure, is also going to last you for more than 25 to 30 years. So I think there is no reason why the structure should not last you for more than 30 years.
Does this work already elsewhere?
It has worked in a lot of countries. South Africa is where we picked up the product from, but in a lot of countries where wood is a problem, this works very well.
Incidentally, for people who are wondering, you're watching us in, I don't know, Kapsabet or Kisumu, is this available already countrywide, or
this will be available countrywide, because the places where you can go to an equity center where they would be marketing this. We have our own service centers in Kisumu, Mombasa. We will soon have ours in Kisii, and then we will be having some more. And then we have our distributors through whom you can also buy. And of course, you can contact our Athi River head office and you can be served there also. So it will be available countrywide, and we would have Fundis countrywide available to put it up for you.
You're not traditionally a housing company. You provide housing materials and building materials, but you're not in the business of housing per se. So this is a natural...
We are still not in the housing business.
Yes.
Our job is to provide solutions, and what we are actually doing here is to provide a more efficient, effective solution to housing.
Explain to us what we have on the air there.
That is an L-shaped house.
Yes.
Where the roof is the colored resin coat roof.
Yes.
The side cladding is also made out of the colored resin coat roofing, and inside the structure is light metal structure. If you see inside,
yes,
you've got light metal structure. So we have two companies that are working on this. It's Mabati Rolling Mills and its subsidiary called Safang Mytech Limited. Mytech is a product called Ultraspan, which is with the structure is made up of. So the structure and the roofing and the side cladding is what you're seeing there. This is the sample house available at our factory actually.
What is the potential for this kind of houses in the market?
Huge. We need at least 200 plus houses in Kenya.
200,000, yes.
200,000. We are actually putting up about 35 to 40,000. So there is a big need for housing, and to me, huge potential is there.
Is there?
And one of the best things about this is we don't have enough food.
Right.
We need to put up houses very quickly, and this is the ideal solution for that.
What is your projections for business this year?
We would want to put up at least 5,000 houses this year using the product that we have. With our partnership with Equity, we will have partnerships with a lot of other institutions. We should be able to put that up.
One of the things we were talking about earlier before we came on the air is just the inefficiencies around the port and the problems we have there. And this is also impacting you as a business.
Seriously. In 2011, we would have lost between 25 and 30 working days because of not having LPG gas. Now LPG gas was available, the ship was in the port, not getting berth. And if you lose that kind of time, it is serious. And for a company like us, really, if we want to actually take our economy to another level, we can't afford that. These inefficiencies of port, we just can't afford.
What do you think needs to be done around the port? Everybody in business who has to import something complains about it.
You know, there is congestion, so whatever are the bottlenecks, it's not that the port is not capable of doing the right things, and in the past we have also done that. What we actually need to do is 6 points for efficiency is brought in, where the agencies that are working at the port, whether you talk of KPA, KRA, and any other inspection agencies, etc., they work together, and we have a one-stop solution so that we don't take so long to process cargo out of the port. The inefficiency of transport, you know, if you look at Jomvu, where we have a serious road problem, and if you pass through there, it's a nightmare. It's the main highway into East Africa, and if we can't sort that small patch of road, we can't claim to be a medium-sized, medium economic country. And for us, Kenya, our location is the biggest advantage. The port and the inland, we need to use that, and we need to pay enough attention to that. Why we are taking so long to sort out a road problem of a few kilometers, I just don't understand.